One of the top pigeon lofts in Belgium on the extreme long distance is situated in the East Flemish Melsen. Melsen is a village in the province of East Flanders, Belgium, and is a part of the municipality of Merelbeek. It covers an area of roughly 3 square kilometers. Its terrain is largely made up of one great hill. The northern and southern slopes of the hill, which are fairly steep for the surrounding area, about 20 meters, form the natural boundaries with the bordering villages of Verst and Schilderode. The eastern slopes of the hill evolve into agricultural land and farther east into the forest of Pekeng. The western slope descends into a marsh that is connected to the Schelde River. Roger practices pigeon flying in the parental home with his sons Chris and Jan. Together they have built a team that has been competing at the top of pigeon flying for many years and with consistent results. Enumerating all the successes of the recent years would be a hopeless task. Even a complete enumeration of the places of honor that were obtained in the championships of, for example, the season 2005, would lead us much too far. That is the reason why we will only mention the highlights of that season. First champion very long distance Van Vereniging Oost-Vlaanderen, second champion of Belgium very long distance KBDB, third place in the International Championship Europa Cup, best Belgian loft, third place in the National Championship Primus Inter Pairs, best Barcelona pigeon in Belgium over the last 5 years, with Mr. Barcelona, fourth place in the National Championship National Marathon, fifth place in the National Championship Millennium Championship, sixth place in the International Championship IATP, International All-Time Pigeon Ranking, Best Belgian Loft. This enumeration leaves no doubt that Roger Reybroeck and Sons belong to the best Belgian specialists on the extreme long distance of the moment. The origin. The colony was first built by Father Roger, and later he got the assistance of his sons Chris and Jan and his son-in-law Patrick. Father Roger started with pigeon flying in 1960. He bought pigeons at Baere Brothers and Desmet-Matthijs. Gradually Roger Reybroeck became a real talent on the middle long distance. Due to his chain results in the 60s and 70s he got a good reputation in the world of pigeon flying. He also became king in de Maagd van Gent, one of the strongest societies of the country. Later he changed to the great middle long distance. It was only from 1987 on that he chose to go for the very long distance. The base of the loft was interbred with the origin of Stichelbaut, Janssens Brothers, from the 019 line, but also names such as Imbrecht, Willequet, Roossens, Deweerdt, have contributed to the creation of the origin. During recent years they acquired reinforcement from Floriszoon, via Van Coppenolle, Georges Cardius, via Cyril Martens, and Louis Delius. But they also got birds from Dutch overnight champions like Wim Muller, Bakker and Son, Rode van der Weggen origin, Kuipers Brothers and Cas van der Graaf. And surely we cannot forget to mention the contribution of the famous Barcelona of Eddie Korsten from Willequet, which has Muller, Arden and Van Rooij blood. Roger also successful on the great middle long distance. The growing ambition for the extreme long distance doesn't mean that the pigeons of Reybroeck and Sons don't win on the great middle long distance. Numerous top results give evidence to this and they do so in a clear language. A few years ago they achieved a dream result in a very tough Berg semi-national, 439 kilometers. 23 pigeons fetched 22 prizes. If we have a look at the achievements of the top pigeons BE 98 411 84 53 de Fine Blauwen, and BE 98 411 83 73 de Super 373, we can see the quality for the middle long distance. The foundations. On the one hand the colony is based on perseverance, a quality that long distance pigeons certainly need to have if they want to fulfill their heavy task. On the other hand this colony is also equipped with the necessary basic speed, which the above results on the middle long distance prove. The recipe for success. When in Melsen you ask the question, what stands behind this success, and our friends will give you a clear answer, the quality of the pigeon is the decisive factor, they are gifted or they are not. But still I dare to claim that the Reybroeck family are a real pigeon flying family. Roger, Chris, Jan and Patrick have at their disposal a great deal of professional knowledge. They have the necessary fingerspitzengefühl, and everything is planned and organized in a well-considered way. In lots of pigeon lofts, these elements have proven to be the ideal recipe for success, as you can see in Melson. The Rhone Valley champion, the Marseille 045. A pigeon that never disappoints us and that can enjoy our ultimate appreciation is the Marseille 045, BE 00410 6045. He is a pure Rhone Valley champion and shows the class which you can find in the Reybroeck loft in Melson. Here are his best achievements. In 2003, he won the 151st National Cares against 4,769 pigeons, and 67th National Marseille against 5,195 pigeons. Locally, he won the first prize and he was the only one who managed to find his loft on the day of release. In 2004, he won the 210th National Orange against 7,568 pigeons, and 140th National Marseille against 5,738 pigeons. In 2005, he obtained the 264th National Montélimar against 10,195 pigeons, and the 268th National Marseille against 4,398 pigeons. Primus inter pares crack Mr. Barcelona. It is almost impossible to excel on the very long distance if you don't have a real Barcelona champion. You can find one of that kind in Melson. Mr. Barcelona BE 99 401 3720 became the third Primus inter pares in the renowned championship of the Bruges Barcelona Club in 2005. He did so by obtaining the following achievements during the last 5 seasons in the mother of all flights, Barcelona International, 384th National against 13,161 pigeons in 2001, 268th National against 13,021 pigeons in 2002, 102nd National against 11,806 pigeons in 2003, 806th National against 12,245 pigeons in 2004, and 810th National against 12,998 pigeons in 2005. Method and approach. Because the success on the race is on the extreme long distance, it is most important that the young pigeons are never forced. They are played in a natural way. There is no darkening and they have to participate at most to a few 300 kilometers flights. In this way the future long-distance champions can develop in a way that is healthy and enhances their endurance. They say, we deal with medicines and nutritious supplements in a very careful and limited manner. One shouldn't constantly try to ameliorate the health of pigeons that have to achieve on the long distance, with all kinds of products. The older pigeons are played by adapting the classical widowship. Female pigeons only go into the basket when they are young. In other words, we only play with male pigeons on widowship, besides a few exceptions. The Reybroeck family is convinced of the fact that, if you want to be successful in pigeon flying, you have to concentrate only on one discipline which you have to put all your energy in. Best Loft POW 2005. The international flight of POW 2005 gives evidence to the fact that Roger Reybroeck and Sons managed to do so in an exceptional way. It was the first time that there was no limit on the number of staked pigeons. POW is no doubt a long-distance classic which on an international level the best pigeons participate in. On Tuesday, 28 June 2005, at 6:45 a.m. the international flock of 8,438 pigeons were set free. Roger Reybroeck and Sons were able to write down the arrivals of their 5 participating pigeons: 6:25, second assigned, 7:51, 8:10, first assigned, and 13:20. With these arrivals they obtained 4 prizes on the national and international level, and with 3 top prizes they had the first series of 3 pigeons in Belgium with 13th, 40th and 45th National against 2,212 pigeons. Internationally this result meant 66th, 178th and 202nd against 8,438 pigeons. Thank you for watching. Until next time.